Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on this Saturday. Give me a call tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number on the Bordeson hotline. We'll be talking about the Pens have a big one against St. Louis tomorrow. Hey, they got a point last night. It wasn't what they wanted, but they took a lead, had to come back, and forced overtime. And I think the locker room is kind of content with getting that point after what happened in the third period. And, hey, this team has been pretty dominant in third periods. They've out of the last 97 regular season games, they've only given up a lead. They had a second period lead. They've only given that up 3 times. 2 happened to be against Dallas. So they've been pretty good when they hold a lead heading into the third period. Pretty much unbeatable. So tomorrow at St. Louis. It's also homecoming for Ryan Reeves. We talked to him. You'll hear his interview coming up on KDKA-TV News at 11 o'clock, so make the switch for that. Also, some basketball highlights. We have you covered with Duquesne, Robert Morris, West Virginia. It wasn't a great day, although Robert Morris did win, snapping their 4-game losing streak, beating LIU Brooklyn 96-82. But Duquesne, tough day over at A.J. Palumbo Center. First, the men lost 80-57 to Fordham. Got crushed. They were never really in this game. And, this is a team that's been close to upsetting a few teams in the A-10, close to some big wins. And now it seems like the wheels are starting to fall off. But, hey, I like this Keith Dambrot guy. I think he's a good head coach. I think he's a good motivator. I think there's still some excitement over at Duquesne. And even though they lost 5 out of their last 6 games, I think that he's on the right track to something good over there. But after the men lost, the women upset by St. Joe's. It's their first loss this season. They had a 17-game home winning streak. They've been playing well. So, just a little, stumble, a little road bump. They're still one of the best teams in A-10. I think they're in second place in the A-10. It's only their second A-10 loss. And if you follow women's basketball, they're pretty good. They're the best college team here, best university women's college team here in Pittsburgh. And Dan Burt does a tremendous job over there at Duquesne. As for West Virginia, seems like the wheels are falling off down there too. Another game where they had a lead and had a lead late and ended up blowing it. And, I don't know what's going on, but this team has been a roller coaster ride, especially the last month. They ranked pretty high, second, and then all of a sudden, now they're 19th, and they lost a bunch of games in Morgantown. And so I think that they might have to find themselves right now. But, hey, at least they're ranked, and at least they're in some games, and they'll be headed to the tournament, unlike another team here in Pittsburgh. The Panthers have a game against Louisville tomorrow at 1. They're 0-12. In the ACC, they have a chance to get their first win in the ACC tomorrow. They're big underdogs. I doubt that will happen. There's a couple games left that this team could potentially win a game. It would be Boston College, Wake Forest, maybe Notre Dame. I doubt they would win that Notre Dame game at Notre Dame at the end of the year, but potentially could win the Wake Forest game and the Boston College game. We'll see. But this team, and we talked about this last night, Paul Zeiss and I, that this team has just been not really good lately. And I think their average loss, he was saying, is like around 14 points. And, I think that they're playing worse now than they were at the start of the ACC tournament, which is not a good sign. So give me a call, 412-575-2600, what you want to talk about. The Steelers making some moves today. Roselle Nick signs a 4-year deal. David DeCastro, along with Stephon Tuitt, rework their deals. That doesn't save, but moves money around where you have about $13 million now that would save the Steelers $13 million, where they could afford to sign people this year because of the salary cap. If they didn't make these moves and if they didn't renegotiate contracts and move money around, that the Steelers were right against the cap and they wouldn't be able to sign anyone. So Stephon Tuitt, David DeCastro basically are making close to like veteran minimum now, but they get a huge bonuses, like $10 million bonuses that they can spread throughout the length of the contract. So those guys don't lose any money. They still get all their money, but they're going to get a lot of that money up front now, and they'll be able to spread it over the length of their contract. But it frees up money for the Steelers to be able to sign a couple other guys. So Andrew McCutchen in San Francisco, you'll hear his interview. We have an interview with him from our San Francisco station coming up at 11 o'clock. We can talk about the Pirates, anything you want. 412-575-2600 is the number. Back in 2 minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.